Hello, my name is David with FantasySportsIcon.com. This video is an introduction to daily fantasy basketball on Fanduel. If you are a big NBA fan like myself and want to monetize your knowledge but have never played daily fantasy sports, then this video is for you. We will briefly touch on some advanced topics, but those will be hit in more detail in later videos. The first thing you want to do is sign up for a Fanduel account. If you'd like free money, enter promo code ICON100, ICON100, and we will hook you up with a $600 first-time deposit bonus. So once you're signed into your Fanduel account, you will see this page. This is the lobby. You can play a lot of different sports, but we're going to focus on the NBA. So there are three main formats that you can play. The first one is the head-to-head. This is where you play one-on-one versus one opponent. If you win, you double your money. If you lose your money. The second is the 50-50. This is a multiplayer tournament. All you have to do is place in the top half of the field and you win or you double your money. So for example, if the field is 100 people and you come in 48th place, you double your buy-in. If you place 55th, you lose your money. Finally, we have the tournaments. These are like multiplayer poker tournaments. The top 20% of the field gets paid out. As you get closer to first place, you make more money. These formats are more for the people that want to win big. You can turn your $1 into $5,000. Of course, to do that, you have to beat out 20,000 people. In this video, I'm going to show you how to select a roster. You choose a roster the same way for all three formats. Of course, each format requires a different strategy, which we will touch on in later videos. For now, let us enter a $2 head-to-head match. So, the point of daily fantasy sports is for you to pick the best roster within a certain salary that you think will perform the best that day. Okay, you're given a hypothetical $60,000 salary to fill out your roster. FanDuel assigns a value to each player, and your total lineup cannot go over 60,000. It is allowed to come under the 60,000. So each stat is worth a certain amount of points. A point equals 1 point, a rebound equals 1.2, assist 1.5, blocks and steals are 2, and a turnover is a -1. Okay, let's pick our roster. So the first thing I do is I check the Vegas lines. I try to find players on teams that have games that have a high over-under. Usually the higher the over-under, the faster the pace of the game, the more statistics a player can put up. And I also look at the spread. If the spread is small, it means it's going to be a close game, and the coaches will put their star players in. So the more minutes those star players receive, the more production they can give you. So we will start with the point guard position. Today is November 1st, 2014, so I'll briefly go through my reasoning why I'm choosing each player. If you're watching this video in 2017, some of these guys might not even be in the league anymore. So Boston is playing the Rockets tonight, and Patrick Beverley, the Rockets starting point guard, is injured. So I'm going to play Mr. Rondo. The Celtics-Rockets game has a high over-under of 205.5 points, so I expect Mr. Rondo to put up a lot of stats. The second player I'm choosing is DJ Augustine. This is a value pick. He's low priced at 4,200. He is a backup point guard, but through the first 2 games of this season, the Pistons coach Stan Van Gundy has given him more minutes than the starting point guard Brandon Jennings. So at $4,200, this is a good value play. Shooting guard, I like Aaron Aflalo tonight. They're playing a banged-up Oklahoma City Thunder team. They don't have Jackson, Durant, or Westbrook. and I think this is going to be a pretty fast-paced game. And Afalo is he's just such a solid contributor. My second shooting guard is going to be DeMar DeRozan. At small forward, I like Harrison Barnes tonight. So he is priced, he's another value pick with a super low salary of $4,200. So he's on the Warriors, and he's going to play the Lakers, and they have an over-under of 209 points. So this is going to be a very high-scoring game. The spread is actually huge, with the Warriors favored by 16.5. It's in Golden State, and the Lakers played yesterday, so I expect a blowout. And because Harrison Barnes is a younger player, usually teams will play their younger players in the garbage time, and this is where Barnes can pad his stats. My second small forward is another value play. I like Mike Dunleavy. He is playing Minnesota tonight, and usually he's the backup small forward. That's why he's priced so low, but the Bulls' starting small forward, Jimmy Butler, is injured. So they're playing against Minnesota. We don't really know much about Minnesota other than the fact that they're young, and they probably have a pretty fast-paced team as well. So at 4,700, I think there's good value here. Power forward. This is where I'm going to spend my money. Anthony Davis. This guy at this point in his career is pretty much an always play. Dallas, they usually play pretty fast. Their over-under is 203.5 points today, and it's supposed to be a close game. The Pelicans are actually favored by 1.5. So that means that there's going to be a lot of points scored, and Davis will probably see a lot of minutes. This guy is probably the only player in the league that has a legitimate shot at getting a quadruple-double on any night. So I'm going to pay up $10,700 for him. My second power forward is a value play. Ed Davis. Same kind of reasoning here. The Golden State Los Angeles Lakers game. He's going to be given a lot of minutes. I predict Golden State will blow out the Lakers, and Davis will get a lot of burn in garbage time when the Lakers are down by 20. Finally, for center, I'm going to choose Dwight Howard. He is playing Boston. Boston does not have a good interior defense. Howard is a fairly safe play because he consistently contributes. You can get your rebounds, blocks, and points from him. So there you have it. I actually came in $200 underneath my salary, and once I push this lineup in by pressing enter, I can monitor how each player is doing by pressing the live button here. So I hope you guys learned a lot. Make sure to check out fantasysportsicon.com and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.